On March 18, 1990, the world watched in disbelief as two men strolled into the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston, overpowered the guards, made off with $500 million in artwork and vanished without a trace. Now, 30 years on, this baffling heist remains unsolved and the stolen masterpieces are nowhere to be found. Join us as we delve into the audacious robbery, uncover the intriguing details and explore why it's considered the greatest art heist in history. Our story begins on an ordinary night at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. Two armed guards, Malcolm, a veteran employee, and Rick, a rookie, are stationed within the museum walls. As the clock strikes 1 a.m., the tranquility of the night is shattered by the arrival of a black police cruiser. Two men in full Boston police uniforms step out of the car. At this late hour, it's unusual to receive visitors, but the guards, adhering to protocol, buzz the officers in without hesitation. Little did they know that these weren't real police officers. It was all a meticulously crafted ruse. Once inside, the officers wasted no time. With a swiftness that belies their casual demeanor, they announce a robbery. The unsuspecting guards find themselves swiftly overpowered. Handcuffs are produced and before they know it, they are being led into the basement. Throughout this terrifying ordeal, the men in blue maintained a chilling calmness. Their demeanor is unnerving, suggesting a level of confidence that comes from meticulous planning and prior knowledge of the premises. The officers blindfold and bind the guards, ensuring their helplessness. They are then instructed to sit on the floor while one of the criminals keeps watch, highlighting the calculated nature of the operation. The crooks didn't just barge in and steal whatever they could lay their hands on. No, their objective was precise and well thought out. They moved through the museum with an eerie sense of familiarity, heading straight for the artworks that would become their targets. They systematically erased all visual evidence of their presence by removing the tapes from the security cameras, ensuring that their faces would not be recorded. What followed was a carefully orchestrated operation that lasted over 80 minutes. During this time, the criminals roamed the halls of the museum at their leisure, selecting specific paintings and sculptures to steal. They made their way through the labyrinthine corridors, each step showcasing their intimate knowledge of the layout. The guards downstairs were completely unaware of the systematic removal of priceless artifacts happening mere feet away. As the robbery unfolded, the thieves continued to exhibit an uncanny calm, belying the gravity of what they were doing. After selecting their loot, they methodically removed the artworks from their frames and prepared them for removal. It was as if they were on a shopping spree, picking out items from a well-stocked store. But their spree was not indiscriminate. It was selective and valuable. Works by renowned artists such as Vermeer, Rembrandt, and Manet were chosen, pointing to a sophisticated understanding of art history and value. Among their haul was Vermeer's The Concert, Rembrandt's Storm on the Sea of Galilee, and a sketch of a dancer by Edgar Degas. These masterpieces, along with others, were carefully packed away, indicating that the thieves had brought tools specifically for this purpose. The robbers exhibited patience, care, and a level of sophistication that distinguished this robbery from your average burglary. They took their time, ensuring that the artworks were not damaged and were ready for transport. It was as if they were collectors, adding rare items to their collection. But the theft wasn't just about the artworks. The thieves also made off with other valuables such as a bronze eagle finial from a Napoleonic flag and a 2,000-year-old Chinese GPU. This eclectic mix of stolen goods suggested a diverse range of interests and knowledge among the perpetrators. By 2:45 a.m. their operation was complete. The thieves had successfully removed the artwork and valuables, leaving behind a scene of calculated chaos. They departed as silently and mysteriously as they had arrived, disappearing into the early morning hours. In the aftermath of this audacious robbery, the authorities in the art world were left reeling. It was later revealed that the total value of the stolen pieces reached an astonishing $500 million. This staggering figure highlighted not only the audacity of the theft, but also the immeasurable cultural loss it represented. What made this heist particularly perplexing was the lack of forced entry. The thieves had gained access through an intercom system, fooling the guards into believing they were legitimate law enforcement officers. This element of deception added a layer of complexity to the crime, underscoring the intelligence and audacity of the perpetrators. Despite extensive investigations conducted by the FBI, no arrests or recoveries have been made 3 decades on. The Gardner thieves remain unidentified, and the whereabouts of the stolen artwork is still a mystery. The case remains open, but hope for recovery is dwindling. In the immediate aftermath of the robbery, authorities pursued numerous leads, but none yielded any significant breakthroughs. Over the years, the FBI has chased shadows, exploring potential links to organized crime groups and private collectors, but the trail has always gone cold. One of the most agonizing aspects of this case is the apparent lack of urgency from the authorities. While millions of dollars have been spent searching for the paintings, many feel that not enough has been done. The statute of limitations for the crime has long since passed, meaning that even if the paintings were recovered, the thieves wouldn't face criminal charges. This has led to a sense of apathy among some quarters, feeling that the stolen art might never return. Adding another layer of intrigue to this baffling heist is the lack of motive. Why did the thieves choose the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum? Was it the challenge, the prestige, or simply a matter of opportunity? This absence of a clear motive has left investigators scratching their heads, wondering what drove the criminals to target this particular museum. In the wake of the robbery, the museum made a controversial decision that has left art lovers divided. Rather than replacing the stolen works, the museum decided to leave the empty frames on the walls as a permanent fixture. This bold move has both practical and symbolic implications. On the one hand, it preserves the sanctity of the crime scene, ensuring that the space where the heist occurred remains untouched. On the other hand, it's a constant reminder of the museum's loss and serves as a powerful symbol of the audacity of the crime. The Gardner heist continues to captivate the public imagination. Theories abound, rumors persist, and many still hold out hope that the stolen masterpieces will one day be returned. In the meantime, the empty frames serve as silent witnesses to one of the greatest art heists in history. This audacious robbery wasn't just a crime, it was a carefully planned operation executed by individuals who knew the target well. The thieves demonstrated an uncanny familiarity with the layout of the museum, the security protocols, and the valuable artworks. As the clock strikes 1 a.m., that the tranquility of the night is shattered by the arrival of a black police cruiser. Conspiracy theories have flourished, pointing fingers at everyone from corrupt museum staff. It's unusual to receive visitors, but the guards, adhering to protocol, buzz the officers in without evidence has been elusive. Little did they know that these weren't real police officers. Is the psychological profile of the crafted ruse. How could ordinary people carry out such a sophisticated heist and then vanish without a trace? The level of planning, coordination, and audacity displayed suggests that these were not amateurs, but what drove them to commit this seemingly perfect crime. Were they art lovers looking to enrich their lives, criminals, or something else entirely? Unfortunately, the mystery deepens here, and the truth remains buried in the annals of unsolved crimes. The impact of the Gardner heist on the art world has been profound. It raised questions about security measures in museums, the vulnerability of priceless artifacts, and the lengths to which art lovers will go to possess great works. The case served as a wake-up call, prompting museums worldwide to re-evaluate their security protocols and safeguard their collections against such audacious heists. Since the robbery, museums have implemented stricter security measures, including increased surveillance, enhanced lighting, and more rigorous staff training. The Gardner Museum in particular has become a fortress, determined to protect its remaining collection from further loss. But the heist's impact went beyond the realm of security. It sparked a global conversation about the value of art, its vulnerability, and the lengths to which thieves will go to acquire it. So what really happened to the stolen artwork? Where are the missing masterpieces now? The lack of answers is perhaps the most frustrating aspect of this case. The artwork was so valuable, yet no trace of it has been found. Did the thieves sell the pieces to private collectors or smuggle them out of the country? Or are they still hidden away in Boston, waiting to be rediscovered? Some believe that the paintings are in the hands of organized crime rings, while others think they may have been destroyed. The truth is, no one knows. Over the years, there have been tantalizing leads, unconfirmed sightings, and blurry photographs, but nothing concrete. The FBI continues to pursue all viable leads, hoping to recover the stolen artworks, but the chances of that happening are slim. After 3 decades, the Gardner heist remains an enigma, a puzzle that has defied even the best efforts of law enforcement. The thieves' audacity, intelligence, and elusiveness have made them legendary figures in the criminal world. And as the years pass, the hope of seeing the stolen masterpieces returned fades. So what can we learn from this baffling case? How can we ensure that such audacious heists are prevented in the future? And what is the true story behind the Gardner heist? It's a story that continues to unfold, leaving us with more questions than answers. As we look back on this audacious heist, let's remember the lessons it taught us about security, about the value of our cultural heritage, and about the complexities of human nature. Let's also hope that one day the stolen masterpieces will be returned to their rightful place, bringing closure to this enduring mystery. In the meantime, the empty frames at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum will continue to serve as a reminder of one of the greatest art heists in history.